Hello, the internet. We're here. We're live. We're playing Star Trek Adventures: Shadows and Starlight one more time. We are Massive Damage Adventures, usually a one-shot actual play podcast. Right now, Twitch stream or YouTube if you're watching later. I am Meric Moir. My pronouns are he, him. I am the GM and Captain Fen, although he never really shows up. He did last episode. But because today is what it is, and the final episode next week is what it is, we might be saying goodbye to Captain Fen. I mean, it's not intended to be ominous, it's just we may not hear from him again, because y'all are doing interesting stuff. So yeah, let's do our player introductions with your characters. Cierra, if you want to take it away.
Hello, I'm Cierra. My pronouns are she, her, or they, them. I am playing Lieutenant Commander Agala Nobogh. She's Chief Engineering Officer, and she has a personal vendetta against this haunted holodeck at this point.
Awesome. I'm Justin, they, them. I'm playing Jirna Kolrami. I've got nightmares, but they only invigorate my fascination all the more.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, she, her, and I'm playing Joyeh Nonat, part-time security officer, part-time bartender.
I am Alex. I'm playing Meezra Bars, the chief medical officer aboard the Artemis, fiery true redhead who won't really fight you about it.
My name is Stephen Brochu. Pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Zakk Dunn. I'm the executive officer, third in command. I'm a human, and I have been having some pretty gnarly nightmares after my experience in the house.
Indeed. And before we get into announcements and stuff, I would just like to say that, if you weren't aware, yesterday was the equinox and it is officially fall. I'm drinking out of my pumpkin mug. Inside is pumpkin chai with pumpkin creamer.
Perfect.
Yes.
Love
This
it,
time,
love it.
I did not put any sugar in it, so it's drinkable. All right.
Your pancreas thanks you.
I'm not used to coffee creamer. That's a new thing.
Coffee creamer is so sweet.
I didn't expect it, but yes. All right. Announcements. Cool things going on. As always, this episode's sponsored by Roll20. Yay!
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Roll20's got some cool stuff right now. If you play Mutants and Masterminds, the official Green Ronin Publishing character sheet is now available on Roll20 if you want to be a superhero that way. And if you're a D&D player, the latest adventure, Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the Feywild adventure with a carnival and stuff from levels 1 to 8 is now available, and it's 40% off until the end of the month, so you can pick it up for $29.99 US. Today, of course, we are doing 2 packs of giveaways. So $25 to Monte Cook Games and $10 to Modiphius Entertainment, and then a second winner with $10 to Modiphius Entertainment. Thank you, Monte Cook Games and Modiphius. You're always amazing for your giveaways.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What have they got? The Modiphius store, the North American store, is completely launched. And so if you're like us and in North America, then you have affordable shipping now instead of shipping Modiphius stuff from the UK. For Monte Cook Games, they don't have any super new products out, but they got 2 cool new things. There's a new Kickstarter coming in October called Path of the Planebreaker, where there's like a moon shattering through D&D planes. Should be pretty cool. And tomorrow, so September 23rd, you can go to their Twitch channel, Monte Cook Games, where Monte Cook and Community Relations Coordinator Latia will be doing a live streamed seminar about the Darkest House. So they're going to give you tips on how to integrate it into your games and answer your questions and stuff. So go check them out tomorrow. Let's run the intro video. All right, and it's on the intro video. Nice. Yes, they are all in Discord. He's kind of the Zap Bradigan. Hopefully not as horrendous. Yeah. True. All right. It's ending, so we're going back in 3, 2, 1. Going. We're back. The USS Artemis is recovering from a recent incursion from a Borg artifact. And the ship repelled invaders and is now under repair. But that's not what we're really focusing on today. Let's start with low Doom characters. Hands up if you've got 1 or 2 Doom.
Right here.
All right. So Lieutenant Commander... Oh, all right. So Lieutenant Commanders Ag-Ala Nobogh and Jirna Kolrami and Commander Zakk Dunn have been suffering from nightmares.
My cheek flaps are sweaty.
Oh.
So, do any of you want to maybe talk about how you've been managing these constant nightly nightmares?
Ag-Ala, who for a little while there was pretty sure she was seeing movement and maybe hearing whispers, threw herself into work, and after dealing with the Borg threats, she was just so tired that the movements and whispers stopped. The nightmares are still there, but just gonna keep working and gonna solve this goddamn mystery with this haunted holodeck, and that should fix it.
Jirna has been fixated on his experience in the holodeck. Nightmares make for interrupted, sleepless nights. And my stratagema game is totally in the sewer. I'm 0-5 since my experience in the holodeck. And I find myself fearfully enamored with the curator that we met at the end of last episode. My feelings are confused and conflicting. And why every night when I wake up from one of my nightmares, I can hardly remember what they were, but I can smell the scent of expensive tobacco burning at the end of that cigarette holder that she held as she gave her eyes to her Klingon counterpart.
Quick notes: no determinate gender, they them, and gave the eyes of the child to Joyeh Nonat, the eyes from the painting.
Right.
Not a Klingon.
Not the... Oh, yes, and Joyeh, not a Klingon. Joyeh, human? No.
Oh,
Joyeh,
sorry. I thought the eyes went to our other lieutenant commander.
Ah.
My apologies.
All
I
right.
missed so much.
Should have watched the episode.
I'm so sorry.
Zakk's been busy with actual like shipboard stuff.
Yeah. Running the ship.
So
but
Commander Dunn's nightmares, yeah.
my nightmares have been focusing on an incident that happened at the surf shop, where my sister got sucked away in a riptide. It's a terrible nightmare, but the nightmare is so real and vivid. Every time I wake up, I go to the washroom in my suite, and I chip away at the mirror to bleed a little underneath my fingernails, just to make sure I'm still awake and can feel things.
Ow. Yep.
It's dark.
An interesting
Dealing
thing.
super well with those nightmares.
One interesting thing is that from that surf shop, you grabbed a puka shell necklace, and you were able to take it off of the holodeck. So where is it? Are you wearing it? Is it sitting on your bedside table?
I always think I've taken it off, but I always wake up with it on me.
Hate it.
Yep, super uncomfortable.
I try and tuck it underneath my collar as much as I can, but sometimes it pops out.
All right. And Jen, let's go to you. How much doom do you have?
Twa.
3. So it's not as prevalent as it has been. After a number of sort of adventures and missions, you've gotten a little bit more of a handle on it, but you are still seeing the occasional shape out of the corner of your eyes. Additionally, talking about eyes, your eyes have changed color. They are a bright, vivid green now. So, how's Joyeh been dealing with that?
Oh, Joyeh's handling this splendidly. I mean, sure, she only gets like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night, and sure, she's keeping copious journals on her ideas and dreams, and sure, she's like missing a few shifts here or there, but she's fine.
Yeah. Missing shifts here and there.
Here and there.
That's why Davor is not in this game. He's writing you up right now.
I missed another shift. Davor's covering for me.
Yeah. All right. And then Lieutenant Bars, you have Alex, you have 0 doom. So right now you're not being as heavily affected by these experiences as the other people, but as the chief medical officer, you're probably aware of it. Is there anything that you're doing about it?
Well, I probably, in the brief moments that I see Joyeh, have noticed the physical changes, and so would have tried to coax her into a medical examination at some point. Otherwise, just trying her best to manage the mood of the ship with Andrew, the counselor. Trying to team up with him as best I can to kind of keep spirits up and, make it a non-scary place.
It's a little tough to do after the ship attack from one of the most terrifying villains and enemies of the Federation, but you and Andrew are a good team.
It's fine. Everything is fine.
So, where would everybody be on Gamma shift? So this is between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m.
Meezra would probably be in her quarters. This is probably her off shift.
Okay. Meezra sleeping in her quarters.
I was trying to sleep, but the nightmares woke her up, so she decided to go work on something. Whatever needs fixing. Maybe go to the engineering bar for a minute.
Yep, down at the Moonshine Lounge.
Yep.
It's like deck
Jirna.
32. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Justin.
No worries. Jirna also can't sleep, and they're just pacing on the holodeck, scratching their cheek flaps, and pacing and mumbling. The curator.
Ooh. Like out in the corridors near the holodeck.
In the corridors. Yeah, just pacing between holodeck 1 and 3, and just scritching.
Jenner,
I'd be pacing the halls again, not being able to sleep, looking at the stars, just walking around aimlessly.
Joyeh is supposed to be on shift, but she bailed. Security shift. And she's currently trying to move through the ship stealthily while checking out all of the windows, because she keeps hearing phantom thunder. She can't figure out why no one's reported that there's a storm in space, so she's trying to get visual on.
And so all of you find yourselves drawn just a little bit towards the holodeck, and it's not anything sort of obvious the way that it was a whisper one time before. You just find that you're making your way in that direction, and the person who's actually there, Lieutenant Commander Kolrami, notices Dr. Bars walking, but potentially sleepwalking in a very sort of stiff, unaware manner, heading towards the holodeck.
Dr. Bars? Should we try and wake her?
Are we all kind of getting there at the same time?
Yeah, everybody's there. I was just, Justin, you were right out in front of the holodeck, so if you wanted to react first, you could, but...
Dr. Bars? Dr. Bars? Are you awake? I'll kind of just give them a little rattle.
She jolts awake. And where am I? What? The Ten Command Kolrami, what are you doing here? Why are you in my? I'm not in my room.
And fully dressed in your uniform.
I was in bed.
I couldn't sleep, so I've just been loitering, hoping for a group to want to enter the holodeck with me, and your uniform is looking very well pressed.
Yeah, it appears that I'm all ready to go.
Ready to crease it up.
And as everybody sort of converges here with this sort of subconscious need to be in this area, you all begin to smell sort of a light, fragrant cigarette.
It's clovey.
Clovey cigarettes smell good.
Does it smell like it's coming from, is there smoke going through the doors of the holodeck?
Right now you're just smelling it. You don't actually see any smoke in the air yet. It's very faint.
What smells like burning? Better check out the electrical on the holodeck.
No.
Somebody want to pull out a tricorder and scan?
I will, because that is my job.
All right. It's automatic success. There's no real difficulty to scanning for this. You find a thin wisp of smoke that is leading directly from holodeck 3 and towards you.
Of course, it's holodeck 3. Does the smoke look like it's coming from through the door or from the electrical panels?
Through the door.
Well, I'd call that an invitation.
Jirna already knows
Ready.
what's up. Curator calls me.
You're all familiar with this smell?
Hang
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
It's unmistakable.
I read the reports.
Let's go investigate.
I wasn't intending to set foot in here again, but I can't with good conscience leave you all to go alone.
Looks like you might have followed us anyway if you didn't come on
Come on.
purpose.
Meezra, it's an adventure. It's a mystery that we have to solve. So it's gonna be great. Don't worry. Come on.
Last time I went in here, I had nightmares for weeks, but whatever. I'm here. Let's just go.
You've been having nightmares too?
I just got rid of them recently. I'm not keen to have them start again.
Now you're gonna have a
We
long
solved
night.
mystery.
So, thank you very much to Patrick, who just told me nobody on Twitch could hear me the entire
Oh, no.
time.
Oh no.
So that's all right because we have a backup. So when we get to like the VOD on Twitch is left, but when it gets to YouTube, I can put the audio back in.
Nice.
Sorry, Twitch.
Sorry, Twitch, and thank you, Patrick. I was like, oh, hey, that's that didn't have my input set up.
Might be a little confusing.
Yeah. All right. So, you look towards the door, and it's open just a little bit as the smoke is wafting out, and you can see inside the dim lighting of the gallery room, the last area where you were, where when the house spat you out, the pillars began to fall and crash.
The house was very insistent that we leave last time.
Sorry, but the pillars are all up again?
Yeah, so let's move to that and give the visual again. I don't think there's actually a visual handout for the gallery itself.
Just want to say there's a real storm outside our window and it's really skeezing me out.
It's just setting the mood for you.
I know, but the forecast didn't call for it.
Let us know if you smell smoke, Jen.
Also, the weather where you are does what it wants when it wants.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Okay, so let's make this the big, beautiful feature area. Zoom in a little bit. Set that up. Okay, this is a long gallery with white walls bearing a couple framed paintings. Stone pillars run the length of the hall, not fallen down. They are all standing. There doesn't appear to be any damage to the room. Standing just inside the doorway and sort of beckoning you in is the tall form of the curator.
You oddly attractive being.
Cannibal Lecter.
So the curator, sinewy human of indeterminate gender, with an animal skull, either as a helmet
No.
or as their head. Ominous thunder in the background.
There's really loud thunder.
The curator beckons you in and says, "You've returned. Welcome. So nice to have you back."
Well, we got your invitation of the smoke.
Oh, I wasn't inviting you.
What were you doing then?
Or who was?
House
I
was
was just taking my leisure, enjoying the evening. Would you like to see some of the paintings?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will my child eyes help me?
They will show you interesting sights. But in here, all will see equally. You okay?
Yeah, one of the kids opened their door.
That's cruel.
That's cruel.
All right, I'm just grabbing characters, and then you can set yourselves up. I will note a couple of things in a second. Where are your characters? There you are. All right, so we've got Ag-ala, Jirna, Joyeh, Meezra, and Zakk. So, time to start counting. Bright flash of lightning. Oh, got a visitor off on the side. So, in the top left right here is the portrait of the child that had the strips around the eyes ripped off and were returned when Joyeh brought the two eyes in and the curator returned them. There are several empty frames and three portraits, three frames with full paintings in them. The curator sort of gestures to the, let's say, to the south wall, where there's only a single portrait, and says, "This denizen is quite interesting. If you look closely, you can see the malice in his eyes."
Is it your favorite curator?
I'm going to show you the picture of the smiling man.
Ah.
Excuse me,
Don't
I
like
don't
it.
need to look closely.
You can see that malice from miles away.
Yeah.
I think I'm across the room right now, and I'm like, ugh.
I
There's-
look at the painting and back up.
There's something, though, no, if you look closely in the eyes, that looks almost wistful, but a little mischievous.
A little.
I can say that with some certainty.
It's subtle, but it's there.
He's not one for conversation, but does like to meet new people in the house.
Joyeh is gonna lean really close because she said look close. And I'm gonna say, can you talk? Hi, we're officers from Starfleet. Do you need assistance?
The painting doesn't appear to move or speak or respond to you, but you notice that the frame along the bottom looks as if it's been gnawed on.
Oh.
Rat. That's a bummer. You really ought to clear out this gallery.
And
Oh, your audio's gone again.
okay.
Curator, is it? Is this creature in the house right now with us?
There we go. My audio is back. It was broken on all the scenes. So, to catch people up, the curator has introduced the smiling man and said that there is malice and mischief in his eyes. Zakk, Zack's question, one more time.
Is this creature in this house with us?
Certainly. On the north wall. And they move you upwards to... Oh, no, one over to this one. The curator gestures there and says... Meric says this first. Content warning for spiders. An interesting composition, a self-portrait. The woman with 8 spider-like arms.
Super metal.
She's a lot less terrifying than the smiling man.
Oh,
I think I
Yeah, can
read
we see her
an
first?
ancient Earth comic about her once.
and the curator will turn towards Ag-Ala and say, "The next time I see her, I'll be sure to let you know you don't find her as intimidating."
Honestly, she's kind of attractive.
Sorry, what was that, Cierra?
Well, she's kind of attractive, honestly. And I tell the curator that I think this.
Ah. And the curator says, "Unfortunately, the gallery is only 3 paintings. Only 4 paintings currently. But our final one is arresting." And they sort of step backwards a couple of steps and reveal... What is that? Oh, I see.
Something not terrifying?
I see what happened.
It's unlikely.
So I actually showed you the picture of the smiling man when you encounter the NPC. So let's just go back and show the actual painting.
I'm sure it'll be better. Ah!
That's so much worse.
So much worse!
That's better and worse, honestly.
this.
At least the teeth are away.
Love
It's a
it.
little bit hidden.
I hate this so much. That's awful.
Yeah, and also the eyes are definitely
Awful.
more malice and mischief and less just murder. So
Yeah. I mean, it depends on how you encounter him, of course.
Oh,
Picture makes my heart hurt.
And so the curator moves you towards the final painting and says, "Some find this one unsettling."
This one.
oh no.
just this one.
What do they find the other one?
Oh, no.
God!
Oh,
And the painting of a man and infant, both bald, perhaps with some tears or burns running down their cheeks.
Those eyeballs
Better-
are too bright. I don't like it.
Better be a doll. So wait, curator, this is the painting that's currently being worked on? Arrested?
Sorry, I don't...
No. That the curator said that this painting is arresting,
Arresting.
which it makes you stop.
Oh, I thought there were 4 and then this one which was still being worked on. I misunderstood.
And the curator says, "Once again, I do apologize that we don't have as many offerings to show you today. But should you any of you be artistically inclined, I would be willing to put up your portraits in the gallery.
Oh yes, curator, please.
Don't say
What?
that.
No.
No.
I would advise against that.
Also, everybody, please make sure to be checking your Roll20 chats, just in case I'm sending things. So, the curator sort of stands back and folds their hands. The cigarette is like burning down a little bit and ash is falling to the floor. And they don't say anything else.
Is there only one door in and out of here?
No. So you, on your last time through, entered through the bottom right there that led out to the courtyard with the giant hand. To your left over here is the set of double doors that were locked on your first session.
Oh, right. I thought those were the holodeck double door.
When you were kicked
Also
out...
what?
Yeah, when you were kicked out last time in the gallery, these were the holodeck doors. But now the holodeck doors are gone, and there's this set of double doors here that you can see are clearly the very large ones from the other side.
Okay.
Curator, could you tell us where the armory is?
Oh, you don't want to go there. It's such a dismal place. But if you must find the key. The key
Cool.
is the gateway to the armory.
So
Where do
that
we find the key?
is...
You'll find the key squirreled away in the storeroom. And you can use it to unlock the shadows.
So
So
as I was admiring polish on the steel nails driven into the shoulders of the curator, I looked past them and I noticed that the infant in the painting has turned its head and focused its gaze on me.
Oh,
No.
I walk past the curator and head to the painting to get a closer look. And I lock eyes with the infant and stare into the painting's depths.
You definitely feel as if something is looking back at you, but there's no additional movement.
And is it the infant's eyes, or is it almost as if there's eyes behind the painting?
It is the infant's eyes.
Okay. Curator, why does
Yes.
the infant stare at me?
It noticed you, darling.
That mean I've been chosen? Stay with you.
If you want to stay with me, paint yourself. I'll hang you here.
Oh, Lieutenant Commander Kolrami, that seems like dereliction of duty.
Meezra, I think...
Someone better stop me.
Meezra,
Yeah, we should have a
Meezra,
talk.
he needs medicine.
The curator need only hand me the brush at this point.
Lieutenant Commander, we need you on the ship.
We're not on the ship.
This is a hologram.
Meezra, do something. Do Dr. Voodoo.
Can I punch him?
That seems like an escalation, but
Nah, do it. You can do
It's
whatever
not
your heart
funny.
wants.
Is Zakk gonna punch him?
I'm gonna order him to stop what he's doing. Do I need to roll for that or something?
No. Right now,
Okay.
just orders.
Okay.
Or of equal rank.
No, he's the command. He's the XO.
Check your dots, bro.
Oh.
Check your dots, bro.
I believe only the curator has jurisdiction here.
Listen, I don't like this place, but I know that you don't belong here. We need to get you out of here. We need you to not paint yourself.
Is there actually a brush that I can use to paint myself?
There are no brushes in this room.
Thank God.
I bet there's brushes in the storeroom if we find it.
We're not going to the storeroom.
That's also where the key
But we need the
is.
key.
We just need to get Jirna away from the curator for now. Because the curator is too attractive and magnetic.
Ooh, can I try a diplomacy roll?
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna try diplomacy on Jirna to say, okay, well, we need to still find some stuff, so why don't you come with us to see if we can find some brushes? But you have to come with us now.
I would say that the curator also just kind of like in their purring voice just says, I'm not going anywhere. If you find the means in the house to create your own painting, you'll find me again. Which is sort of like aid for Jen's persuasion if Jirna is opposed to it at this point.
I am.
You are opposed? You want to stay? Okay, so then,
stay.
Jen, if you want to make a make the roll with your persuasion, but you have a boon, so that means you're going to roll the regular 2d6 plus the house die, but then you get another d6, and you're going to keep the highest of the three, the two highest of the three non-house dice.
Cool. And I get to add my diplomacy to the roll?
You do, but let me set a difficulty first. It's going to be a 10.
All right. Oh, yeah. I rolled a 9 on my 2 dice, plus my diplomacy of 4 is a 13, and I got a 1 on the house dice. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, no, so the house does not act. When the house die is high, it means that it might act because if you succeed. If the house die is low, you're pretty good. So, Justin, it seems very convincing.
It does
Seems
indeed.
reasonable.
I'm still giving winks, and I'll see you later. With me, I'll see you later.
And
We're like dragging you by the back of the uniform.
Yeah, I imagine I'm being dragged. I imagine I'm just getting collared out of here at this point.
yeah, and
Of March.
Yeah.
I feel like two of us are just gonna have to like come up and just like tuck him under the arms and just walk.
That's what it's gonna take.
Feet in the air.
the curator sort of like just like the picture holds out the cigarette, fan appears, sort of snaps open, does a little flutter, and then they're gone.
Devastating. Jirna is rattled, disappointed, but also shaken from their stupor and confusion. And I guess they're a Zakk, so they're pretty arrogant and prideful, so I'm gonna play it off like wasn't no thing.
The curator's just too attractive. They want to stay, obviously.
Oh yeah,
So
I would keep an eye on me.
which way does the party exit? There's that over there, and then that over there.
Does anyone know where the storeroom is?
All I can think of is the cellar that we locked ourselves in.
Yeah,
without-
the storeroom isn't the cellar, is it?
It is not the cellar. There is another hallway that you haven't gone down yet, out through these double doors.
I was gonna say, let's go through the door we haven't gone through yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys came in through the courtyard from the other way, yeah.
So let's go.
Let's go.
Let's move out here, and
Hey, look, it's day 4 in Thrak.
Hey, I'm here again.
oh no, there's like, it's one of those moments where there's like a little bit of like a shadow of the other group heading down the hallway, but they don't look real. They just look like mirages.
And they had seen us in the past, thought we were ghosts.
Yeah, perfect, exactly. So let me just
Wibbly wobbly tiny wings.
yeah. So this room, the rug is a blue oval with gold embroidery. The wood is worn and stained. You remember that for those of you who entered the house the very, very first time, you arrived in this room after solving the puzzle of the clock. This hallway to the left leads to the library, and this hallway
Talk about the clock.
doesn't lead anywhere in particular, or this hallway has not been explored.
Well, we know where we don't need to go, so
Yeah, let's go to the right.
Just don't talk or even think about the clock.
yeah.
We're all very stressed out. Fuck.
Don't want to end up sucked in again.
All right, so you head down the hallway. Whoa. It's trying to get me to save stuff. So for anybody watching or those playing who I haven't described this to yet, the Darkest House is like a program, an app that you download onto your computer, and it's all like hyperlinked and stuff, and it's beautiful and it's super cool. And then all of its handouts and everything you can download, and there are links to just like copy text immediately over. Super fantastic. So, we move you to the next room.
That's concerning.
I don't know why you'd find that concerning.
I'm sure it's just pain.
Awesome.
It's not just paint.
It looks like something blew up.
Blew up and then somebody came along and scratched the ever-loving heck out of it.
Yeah, they're gonna need to refinish those floors.
Oh no, it's much worse than that. The
It's how you
room
know a carpenter.
The room smells of musty, dusty death and of misery long past.
Ooh.
I kind of figured that's just how the whole house smelled.
Oh gosh.
Yikes.
Storeroom of sorts.
No.
More bones.
Bones.
That is a lot of bones.
A person-sized brass bird cage hangs from the ceiling about 9 feet above the floor, holding the remains of some poor wretch that clearly died within it. Bookcases and open cabinetry, empty other than for cobwebs, line the walls, and humanoid remains cover the floor in a carpet of what one can only assume must have been a lot of murder.
So much murder.
That is definitely one way to describe it.
Possible to like walk around, or is it like literal carpet?
It's You can stay to the edges and avoid stepping on bones.
I'd like that.
As Joyeh looks into the room, she sees two figures huddled in the corner. Pale, yellowish, sallow skin. They're turned away from you at first. But
Hi, we're Star Trek. We're from Starfleet. Do you need assistance?
Oh no, my God.
I'm gonna start it.
Hi, we're Star Trek.
as they turn towards you, you can see sort of that ripple effect of seeing the wall through their bodies, showing that they're slightly translucent. And when they turn towards you, their faces are nothing but maggots.
Ah!
Do the rest of us see this, or is it just Joyeh with her magical child eyes?
It is just Joyeh, and that's a great
Oh,
place
God.
to take our break.
Oh. Maggot faces
Legend.
break.
Maggot faces break. All
Mega
right.
faces.
Well, people in the chat, maybe you know how this goes, maybe you don't, but whatcha-cha, we've got a new giveaway, and it says resistance? That's not right.
That's last week.
That's last week. Well, it's resistance now, because the giveaway is open. Apparently it wasn't that. We're just doing it again. It was going to be, what was it going to be? I thought I wrote it in.
Maggots.
It's going to be maggots. Yeah, it was going to be something house related, but anywho, it is resistance again. So go ahead and put resistance in the chat one time. Apparently the board just hang out.
They're Maggot Borg.
Maggot board.
Ah.
Oh no.
Gross.
Cybernetic maggots.
As if they weren't bad enough.
All right. Let's have a 10-minute break, and we'll be back at 2 minutes past the hour. On to the break. Hello, we're back. I can be
Hello.
heard. I can see the bar going
Can-
this time.
Okay, I was like, can you?
And we've also discovered that house love and house feels don't trigger any chats. However, if you say house pain, that'll do it.
Don't say that.
People in the chat, we have 2 entries in the giveaway. So, there's more of you in the chat than just 2. Say resistance in the chat for your chance to win $25 to Monte Cook Games and $10 to Modiphius Entertainment, or second prize of $10 to Modiphius Entertainment.
Get that money.
Yeah. Well. Hey, there we go. We got a 3rd entry.
Yeah, ton.
Uh-oh. Added 1 new entries. 1 total. Hey, okay.
Uh-oh.
Who did we have? Lilandrius and Guy from Crowd. Please go ahead and put resistance in again, because we're having technical difficulties tonight, and the giveaway was opened a second time.
Because we're haunted.
Yeah, alright, we got... There's a second...
Jerlin got in there.
Yeah, there we go. We got Lilandrius again.
Were you that guy in that crowd I saw?
Yeah.
Guy in crowd?
Guy from Crowd, we need you back in. If I don't get a thing, I'll just do a random. Hey, we're good. All right. All 4 are in. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with us.
That's the way.
You rock.
The true heroes. Well done.
That's right. You are the true heroes of Starfleet. If I could, I would give you commendations, but I am, in fact, only a fake captain. I'm sorry.
We knew it.
You're Maquis?
Yes.
Orca.
No, Chakotay. I mean, who would I be? I don't know who I would be. I love Tuvok.
Oh yeah.
Tuvok's
I
definitely.
love Tim Russ.
Yeah.
I do love Ponfar.
All right, let's close this giveaway. Thank you, everybody. We got 4 people in there. We're going to do our draw. So first draw for the $25 plus the $10. That's going to Churlin Kajorlian. Congratulations. So as always, I will get in touch with you after the stream and so on for your prize. All right, draw number 2. Guy from Crowd. Congratulations.
Woo!
You're getting a Guy from Crowd. You're getting the $10 to, Modiphius Entertainment. Kajorlian, you're getting the 25 and 10. So I will get in touch with you. Check your messages on Twitch. That is where I will send your stuff, your details. Just writing down names and stuff.
Just Maker MCD, thanks for the sub. Woo, woo, woo.
Woo!
You're welcome.
I don't have a fancy sub button yet that I can press that does like...
Yeah, where it goes like, bleep, 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 and then it's like ducks quacking and walking by.
Darkest house, it would just be bones.
The bones get up and do a little dance. Ooh, but it's Halloween time. It'd be the pumpkin guy dancing in the graveyard.
Skeleton.
Yeah.
That is my favorite song.
You should all hear about how our 4-year-old that's her favorite song as well, and she says that she loves the skeletons.
They're gonna save her from the apocalypse.
Yeah, well, the apocalypse is her friend.
It's like
I find that a little frightening.
in the
but,
wrong order.
I have some questions.
Yeah.
We all have questions. I also don't know how she knows what an apocalypse is, so we'll start there.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're gonna have like 12 great years of Halloween. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's true. All right.
Maggot faces.
Maggot faces. So, we're getting
All right,
back
so
into
we're
it.
in the bone room.
You've walked into a storeroom of sorts, where they are apparently storing a whole bunch of bones, and there's a lovely. Here, let's switch it to the bigger feature picture, so people on Twitch can see that. Ooh, just that lovely bronze bird cage up in the top right.
Look great in my quarters.
It's
Well, this is one of the most horrifying things I've seen.
dusty. It's gross. the bones are horrifying. There's somebody who died in there, and Joyeh has just shouted out once again that she's here to provide assistance. Jen, for you, the turnaround towards you, it's just piles of crawling maggots completely obscuring the two faces.
Oh yeah, Joyeh stumbles back.
Gonna step on some bones by doing that.
I don't think we're quite in the room yet. I think we're at like the door still.
Yeah, you're at the door.
So I'll stumble back a bit and go, you guys, that didn't freak you out?
I saw nothing. Was it the curator?
Oh, we're
No.
It's
all good. Coming back.
are they still there?
The curator?
No, the make it faces.
Oh yes, no, yeah. The two of them are back in the right-hand corner, just like up here. And
Joyeh will point and be like, right there. They've got faces. It's maggots. Oh, they move so gross. Do you guys see them?
I think that's your magical child eyes. Showing you ghosts?
Can you talk to them?
I pull up my tricorder and start scanning Joyeh, like, sneakily behind her back.
Don't scan the maggot faces.
Your tricorder
Can
shows.
you talk to the maggot faces, or can the maggot faces talk to you?
Your tricorder shows that her heart rate is elevated. She's definitely under some stress.
Hello, that's a question. Hello? We come in peace. Can we assist you?
Talk about your eyes.
I have eyes and you don't. I'm sorry.
Check your privilege.
Yeah.
As you speak to them, they kind of look at you, and you get this sense of sadness as they turn away from you and look towards the bones in the middle of the room.
Are those your balls?
No response.
This is where they're storing bodies and bones, right? So this would be the storage room, and the key would probably be in this big pile of bones, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll up our sleeves.
Kind of glad there's no paintbrushes in here so far.
We have tricorders.
Yeah, we can scan keys.
I'd like to scan for a key.
No digging, just
Yeah.
scanning.
Full alloy spectrum on the tricorder, please.
You scan through, and you get bones, wood, scraps of clothing, and one piece of paper.
Ooh, paper.
Let's find the paper.
Okay,
Let's go digging for the paper.
you guys, you look for the paper. I'm gonna keep an eye on the ghosts, and I'll let you know if they get closer.
It's probably a good idea.
Pretty
I'm
good
sure
way
it'll
to-
be for.
Pretty good way not to get your hands dirty here, but sure.
I mean, I'm sure if the ghosts come closer, it'll only be for hugs. But because you can't see them, you can't give consent, and that's not okay.
Yes, the maggot faces want hugs.
All right. So who's searching through
Fishy.
the bones?
I
I'll
will.
dig through bones.
All right. So Agala, Meezra, and Jirna all begin to sort of sort through and move the bones aside.
They'll try and be kind of like respectful about it. No, like throwing bones or anything.
So the first one to find something is Lieutenant Commander Jirna Kolrami. You find the scrap of paper. And so, if you'd like, you could read it out loud. Let me just double check. It is this one. As always, there is that text, and then underneath it is the written out text. typed out.
It looks like it's torn from a journal. December 10th. My old teacher referred to something he called a mind palace. He said that it was a place where he could mentally preserve all his thoughts, his memories, and his ideas. He visualized it as an actual place. The thoughts and ideas became objects within this place, carefully organized and stored away. Some might be carefully protected, locked away, and some might be displayed prominently. He could then visit his mind palace whenever he wanted. By visiting over and over, always visualizing the objects that represented his thoughts and memories in the same places, he made it very real, at least to him. He could close his eyes and see himself there, strolling the halls, visiting the rooms, and he wouldn't even have to consciously remember where he placed which object. They were just there, ready for him to peruse. While he originally created his mind palace as a way of remembering everything he wanted to remember, he said that it became far more than that. He felt as though it was truly a retreat designed only for him, a place of respite only he could visit. He reveled in the privacy of it, and he insisted that it preserved his memories so completely that they could replay in his mind like perfect recordings. I think we're in the Mind Palace, guys.
I feel like we decided that a while ago, but also, why would you want these memories playing forever?
It's tainted.
And so,
I'd forgotten about the mind
There's
palace.
maggots in the Mind Palace.
Does that mean we can just visualize the key and it'll be here?
Meezra is listening to this and notices something oddly shaped among the bones, but still made of bone.
It's a bone key.
Skeleton key!
So, there is a smallish key that appears to have been carved from a human femur.
It's a big key.
This is a pretty big key, yeah.
That's a big key.
I mean, how small is the femur?
All right, let's
It's the biggest bone in the body.
Let's determine this right now. Femur, like that-ish big, and it's a key. We're gonna have it be like the end of the femur bone, and then shaved down to like a regular key size, so it's like got a big honking bit, and then key.
Sure.
Yeah,
That is honestly
not gonna-
much less horrifying than what I was imagining. I was imagining like a baby femur.
Oh no, we're not doing that. But it's definitely not like key to the city size key. It's just got a big hunk of bone.
It's like it's keychain. It doesn't get lost.
Yeah, is there a hole for a loop?
All right.
Alright, well, let's pocket that femur key and see where it fits.
They said it unlocked the shadows, so anywhere, probably.
What
There-
about that one room with all the pillars that was like...
Oh, that was all shadows.
on the one
Yeah.
side?
Nice.
Maybe there's
Unlock-
paintbrushes there.
Nope. No
Maybe.
paintbrushes.
We don't know. It was all shadows. We couldn't tell.
What are my ghost kids doing? Just chilling?
Just hanging out back there.
They're cool with the key.
Negative.
Do they look like they're like crowded around something?
Nope.
All right.
Just off in the corner. They haven't
Just
moved
being
a
maggoty.
step.
Living their best maggot life.
Well, should we go to the shadow room?
One thing you could also do is check the remnants of stuff for clues now that you've been to pretty much all rooms.
What rooms haven't we found clues
Yeah, are
in yet?
there lots of shelves?
There are shelves here, and with a cursory glance, you can see that they're dusty and empty.
Can I check the bird cage?
Absolutely. The cage
I don't think we
is...
found anything in the cellar.
The cage is pretty high up. You'd have to climb one of the bookcases to get close enough to it to look within.
Can I ask for a boost from a colleague?
Jirna's
I'll
gotcha.
boost. Well, we will cooperatively boost.
Yes.
Hold the leg.
I don't want to get dust in my uniform, you know.
All right. You lift Zakk Dunn up, who looks into the cage, and you could see... that was good. There is a sprawled humanoid skeleton here. Scraps of clothing. Their hand is lying just above some scratched words, as if they were clawed into the sort of like softer metal of the bottom of the cage. And it says, "Don't go to the armory without the eager knife."
Well,
That's good
good
advice.
No, we don't have one of those.
Oh. Okay, don't go to the armory without the eager knife. Got it.
Did we find... I feel like in the cellar we knocked over a barrel and we found something in the barrel. Was it a knife? No, I'm making that up. Cool.
No, wasn't there rotten
Was there-
straw in the barrel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there was... Oh, there was like an ornament in there or something, like a Christmas ornament.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm remembering that. That was...
All right. Well, why don't we go back into the hall and talk about where we've been and what we've seen? Because I don't want to stay in this room.
Yeah, let's leave the maggot faces to their sadness. Sorry, maggot faces. Not much we can do for you.
We'll solve this
Not the way
program and
solved.
you'll be released.
So yeah, you're remembering correctly. There was a crate packed with rotten straw and sort of around a random assortment of delicate, beautiful ornaments made of colored glass and crystal.
Nothing useful, just fancy.
All right. So as you head back out into the hallway, does Jirna look back? No, sorry, not Jirna. Does Joyeh look back at the two huddled forms?
You bet I do.
They've turned back around and are looking at the wall.
Hi, Margot. Bye, Robbie.
Should I go look at the wall? I tell you guys that they're looking at the wall again. Should I go look?
If you feel
Throw a
like you
rock
need
at
to,
them.
Don't
I will
throw a
stand
rock.
watch for you.
I'm an officer of Starfleet, and I can do this. And she's gonna like walk in and try to like skirt around the room, but she's gonna get faster and faster. So she's like kind of like speed walking by just to like peek and then try to keep going.
Back in the storeroom?
Yeah, I'm trying to just look at what the ghost children are looking at.
Okay. So for that, make me another roll. House die plus the regular 2d6 if you have some sort of searching or perception.
No, I do not. I got a 9 and a 4 on the house die, and I gladly take Doom if I need to.
No, you succeed, and it's just a blank wall.
Cool.
Is
I'll
the
speed
house-
walk by.
Was the house die higher than any of your dice?
Yes.
Okay. Then the house acts.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. But Joyeh is now like speed walking. Like, ha, this is cool. It's fine. Ha.
As you pass underneath the like sort of you're coming along and then you're passing underneath the bird cage. It begins to spin a little bit gently as if it was in like a little bit of wind. and it's spinning a little bit, rotating, and it feels cold. Just there's a sudden cold spot, and then everybody from their hips hears as your tricorders all immediately lose power.
Oh, no.
Dinger.
Not great.
Okay, there's nothing in the wall. We can leave this room now. Okay, bye.
Yep.
That sounds good. Okay.
All right. And
So I just reread our note from the talking about the armory and the eager knife. And the eager knife was taken out of the armory, and then they were going to try and put it back, maybe, but we don't know if they did or not.
Oh yeah, one of the pages talks about the bone key.
It's the empty room remnant. Talks about the bone key and the eager knife.
Solid notes.
So we've got the bone key, so now we just need to find
The eager knife.
knife.
Okay, so we found something in this
Knife
room.
wants to murder.
There was something under this rug, if I remember correctly.
I'm pretty sure it was this note.
yes,
Right.
that's correct.
And there's no way to go back, right? There's only these 3 doors.
Correct.
Okay. And then through the other room was a library, and we found an eye on the bottom of the desk in the library.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we found anything in the beach shack.
Unless you count a puka shell necklace.
I found something.
It's true.
Does your necklace want to commit murders?
Did we find anything in the trophy room besides the scary deer head?
No.
Scared and ran away.
Yeah.
So maybe we should head back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suggest hesitantly.
Yeah, check the weird transforming room and the terrifying trophy room.
Mm-hmm.
Did we find anything
All
in
right.
the ghost parade room?
Yes, that was the lying in state remnant.
Okay. Right.
That's where Davor's his identical body was.
Yep.
To the trophy room then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
But my question still stands. Does your puka shell necklace want to commit murder?
Should I ask it?
It wants
Yes,
to slay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's been a
I'm here
great
to
game,
slay
everybody.
monsters, you know?
No, that was good. Thank you. If I could give you inspiration, I would. But I can't.
How about Doom?
Yeah, you get a doom.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
that was doom worthy.
The house groans. Literally.
That's doom-worthy, but relentlessly thirsting over the curator isn't.
No, that's expected. All right.
Fair.
So you head up the hallway to the left and into the library. You see another group of ghostly apparitions, leftovers,
Remnants, you could say.
remnants. All right, just give me 1 second. So, saddle that. Oh, okay. This large rectangular chamber has bookcases along 3 walls, as well as a simple wooden desk and matching chair. Let's get that beautiful visual up again.
Nice.
As you enter this room, Joyeh notices something a little bit different. So you can see
I'm regretting these child.
you can see that door on the right-hand side of the picture, right? To the left of that door, with like in the wainscoting, there is a tiny blue door, about 1.5 feet tall, about 10 inches wide.
Oh. I found something, guys. It's an adorable door. Tiny. I'm gonna go open it.
Okay.
Careful. Remember what happened last time you touched something.
No, but I figured if you can't see it, can you see it?
Yeah, can the rest of
No.
us see it?
You cannot.
I won't crack it.
So Joyeh goes forward, leans down towards the tiny, adorable door. Turn the little tiny handle and open it. There's a flurry of movement and like crank, 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 as quick little footsteps run towards you, and bursting out of the door and pushing past you is
Spider lady.
a small clockwork child.
Hi, we are Starfleet. Do you need assistance?
No, murder this thing.
Is that the knife we need?
In its hand, it holds a slightly blood-stained knife, sharp, about 8 inches long. The clockwork child's mouth opens, showing needle-like metal teeth. The stomach glows with a fire of
Forge.
combustion, a little forge. And it runs around the room, screaming. It just runs around in circles.
Hey, little buddy, can we help you? We need that knife. Little friend?
It does not seem to respond. It runs towards Zakk Dunn.
Zakk, no!
I kick it.
Yeah.
Just punt it.
Yep. Yeah, straight drop kick it.
Okay, make an attack.
Am I on the...
The Darkest House character sheet.
Okay. Okay, I have nothing for attack.
Okay. So you roll your regular 2d6 plus your 1d6 from that is the house die.
Okay. So I got a 7 and then 5.
Okay. So 7 is not enough to hit it, but if you call on the house, you'll add the 5 to your 7, get a 12. That will be a success. You'll gain 1 doom, and the house will immediately act.
Yep.
That
Let's do that.
doom.
All right.
Yeah. Take that doom.
Okay. So first, so catch it. Oh.
Yeah, roleplay me kicking a child.
I mean, it's a little robot child.
I'm just thinking of the gnome punting jokes from WoW over the years.
It looks like to be a small clockwork murder child. I have no empathy.
Yep. Okay. Well, you can describe how you kick it, because it runs towards you and you land a solid boot right in it.
My foot connects with its chest and it goes flying back. Ideally, I'd like it to hit the table in the room and drop the knife.
All right. So it flies back, still screeching with its arms up. Its arms sort of part and it goes, ah! It slams into the table, like its back right into the edge, and then it hits the ground and just goes completely still. The knife clatters away.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Good kick, sir.
And
Oh,
now,
straight in the uniform and yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up the knife, I guess.
all
Bring it
of
on,
you
house.
hear some indistinguishable whispering. There's something following Dunn. Zakk Dunn is being followed. If I could have, Steve, you're going to need to make a defense roll against a mental attack.
Sorry, still 3?
Yeah, the regular dice roll. And in this case, the difficulty is a 9. So you need to get a 9 or higher.
I rolled a 9 and a 2 on the house die.
All right, so you succeed. You're all good, and the house die does not exceed any of your dice because that would be mathematically impossible, I think. I don't know. Did you roll a 1?
No.
Okay. And so you're able to shrug off the strange whispering that called out to you.
What a relief. Let's get that knife.
Yeah, I'll go pick up the knife.
As you pick up the knife, like, you feel this thing wants to stab. This thing wants to be used. And you can tell that...
Good thing Klingons are so good at... Good thing Klingons are so good at controlling their stabbing urges.
If you were...
Good at directing my stabbing urges, thank you.
If you were to use this weapon in an attack, you would have a boon on attacks and damage.
Nice. Can Jirna harvest the kneecaps of this clockwork child?
Sure. Make a technology type roll. Difficulty will be a 9.
I got a 7 and a 2 on the house dice.
Okay.
But can I use the house dice?
Well, do you have any modifications? Oh, sorry, did you add your rating?
Oh, I don't. My overall rating is 2, so I guess I make the 9.
Then you've got the 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can pull out a couple of, start fiddling with it and pulling pieces off, and you harvest its little bronze kneecaps.
And I just want to polish them with my uniform and say that we'll pledge these to the curator.
Everybody, I'm a little concerned about Jirna.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I don't know Jirna that well. Maybe this is just like their regular shtick.
Meezra takes out a piece of paper and jots down a note to herself to recommend a psych eval.
Oh no.
Up until this point is when you recommend the psych eval. Okay.
This is when you force the psych eval. I mentioned...
Only if I go back to the ship.
This is very much the eager knife. It wants to stab.
Well, then we have what we need to go to the armory, yeah?
Oh, we can get this solved. Yes.
To the armory.
How do you get to the armory?
Let's go. We gotta go unlock the shadows.
To the shadows.
Isn't the armory just the middle door?
No, that's the gallery. We thought it was the armory until we came out with it.
Oh. Okay, to the shadows. Do we have to go past the hand to get there?
I will stab that hand.
Yes.
And ugly belt daddy.
Is the room we're talking about the ugly belt daddy, right? Is the room we're talking about the first room that in the first stream they arrived in, and when you threw things through it, you went through the darkness and just came back out the other side? Is that the room we're talking about? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing, is that we have to unlock the shadows in that room.
Alright, well, let's throw the bone key in that shadow and see what happens.
We just have to get back there somehow, because we went through the clock that must not be mentioned.
You haven't found any way to get back to that room.
Thanks.
We never really finished investigating the courtyard because the hands kept trying to smack us.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, if there was any passage between this portion of the house and another portion of the house, I would imagine the courtyard would be our best bet.
Could we just maybe check the trophy room on our way? Because I think the trophy room's on the way.
Yeah,
The trophy room's right here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, trophy room is if you hang a left.
Well then, yes. Let's see if we can navigate the terrifying deer head.
Maybe the deer head will know.
I could stab the deer head if it tries to eat us.
It's
Stab
worth
it.
a try.
All
Listen.
right.
I will direct these stabbing needs.
Stab to order.
All right. So, oh, that's interesting.
Is it?
Yeah. So,
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
you've
Last
got
time we came here, the trophy room was not looking so good.
yeah. So you've got the trophy room here, a hallway to the surf shop here,
Yeah.
and this doorway led into a hallway where your lights didn't work.
Ooh. So remember we went down that really long hallway for a really long time? Maybe that's the hallway.
So maybe that's it.
Could it
Maybe
be the
we just go
shadows?
through that door.
Let's check the trophy room still first before we start unlocking any shadows.
Sure.
All right. So you head into the trophy room. If only I could find it. There it is. Almost the same characters.
Ghostly Iris.
I mean, she is a hologram.
God, I had her in my pocket. Look, here's their holo emitter.
All right. And so you go into the trophy room. A room of death, to be certain. Animal heads mounted across the walls, smaller stuffed beasts displayed on the tables, a pair of hunting rifles hang above the fireplace, which is dark and cold, 2 bear skin rugs on the floor. And the trophy room. There you are. Should organize those alphabetically. Which, hey, if you're working on your campaign in Roll20, did you know that you can sort your stuff alphabetically just by right-clicking on its folder? It's useful.
I know now.
Woo! Plug.
I just point at the terrifying elk statue. Don't you try anything.
So should we rifle up?
no.
There's no bullets in those guns.
Point with the knife,
Yes.
specifically.
You point with the knife, and as Joyeh steps into the room, within the antlers of the stag,
Jackalope?
no, of the deer,
Okay.
there hang at least a dozen severed heads. They're impaled on the points or hanging from sinewy threads. They move. They seem aware,
Are they blinking and
twitching and blinking, their mouths writhing, eyes bulging.
So there's nothing in this room. This is not a good room. If you can't see the heads, you don't want to know this room. No, And Joyeh backs out. No, mm.
You know what? I follow her lead.
I run up to the stag I grab one of the heads by the cheeks and I just ask, "You know where any paintbrushes are?
I'm
You
sorry.
seen any paintbrushes?"
You can't see the heads. Only Joyeh
Oh,
can
right.
see the
Oh,
heads.
fair enough.
All right. You back into the library?
Yeah.
This room's awful. We every time we come in here, there's just something terrible here.
This room is the worst room.
Yep, I don't like that.
All right. Back to the library. Where do you head next?
To the shadows.
I guess
Shadowy hallway.
To the shadowy hallway. You move quickly through the library. You see that the disassembled clockwork child is still lying motionless on the ground.
I just was gonna say, I feel like I should get a doom for every room we enter now, because they're all just nightmares.
And here you are.
Yep, that's a dark nothing.
It's a dark, shadowy hallway.
And our doctor has the skeleton key.
The ground is made of tight-fitted stones. However, you remember as you came in here before that there's scratch marks along the ground as if something was dragged from where you are towards the end of the hallway. The shadows fill the area, making it basically impossible for you to illuminate it with any of your lights.
Okay, well, I pull up.
Not that there is lights with our tricorders off.
Yeah. I pull up the key and I like hold it out, try and see if it doesn't.
Some
Okay.
dousing with the key.
Yeah.
Poke the air.
As I
Unlock
walk
the
forward a little bit, just kind of like shadows.
Yeah. As you pull the key out and hold it up towards the shadows, you see them almost flow towards you just a little bit, like 2 or 3 little tendrils, and then there's a keyhole. Just a keyhole. Nothing around it. Floating in the air.
All right. Are
Bet.
you ready for this?
Wait,
Not at all.
wait. Hold on. Just reviewing some notes from the fellow travelers. Does it mention that we should combine the knife and the key?
No, it's the knife and whatever lives in the armory.
Ah, yes. Carry on. Key it up.
They both want to murder.
I put the key into the keyhole.
All right.
I turn it.
The hallway around you fades, and you find yourselves in an oval-shaped room. No immediate exits apparent. It smells of steel and oil and the acrid tang of adrenaline. Empty, smashed weapon racks hang from the walls or lie about the floor. Broken weapons of all kinds. Swords, spears, knives, axes, crossbows, pistols, rifles, all lie about in ruin, strewn about the chamber. There is a figure, clad head to toe in silver and black spiked armor. A cloak of fine chain wrapped around him. He crouches on the floor, his back to you.
Hi. We're from Starfleet. Do you require assistance?
And that is where we'll end tonight's episode.
Ah! I mean, the person looks rad.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, but also,
Okay.
like, do we give them back their knife, or do we stab them with their knife?
Put it in their back. Put it in their back.
So this is an interesting thing because, of course, we're doing Darkest House back-to-back Darkest House, a two-parter for our last final episodes. Unfortunately, Justin and Steve are not back next week. We have two other players coming in. So thank you, Justin and Steve, for coming and playing tonight and playing before.
Thank you. No, that was great.
We just turn around and suddenly Jirna's gone.
I mean,
Like-
yeah, Jirna's not leaving.
Oh, yeah, no.
Jirna's off to make sweet love to the curator.
I
Gotta
love
get my
that.
brush first.
I love that. So as Meezra is turning the key, someone looks over their shoulder, and Justin, Jirna's just gone, right?
I'm out.
Gonna enjoy looking at your painting.
Yeah, come find me. Come see me. I expect I'll be well curated.
And
On the note, it says, it's like the knife. Perhaps they are one, and perhaps they should be reunited. So I feel like, stabbing it with the knife is a good...
That is reuniting.
Reunited, yeah.
I also just think that Zakk was like, nah, fuck it. I'm going to the surf shop.
It's right there. I'm out, guys.
Yeah, I got some boards to wax.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
yeah.
I got this new puka shell necklace, and I just can't resist anymore.
Tide's coming in.
Steve, are you cool with me playing Zakk Dunn as an NPC next game?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I could come back.
I know, but we actually are full up.
You're full. No, yeah, light it up, man. Just don't be afraid to kill him.
It's the last episode. Anything goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank
This
you.
is great. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So we'll do the various end things. Thank you, as always, to Roll20 for sponsoring, Monte Cook Games and Modiphius Entertainment for donating giveaways. Thank you, players. Y'all are so wonderful and fun to play with. And thank you, viewers, for coming and hanging out.
Yes,
And
thank you. Thanks, chat.
for being patient with our technical difficulties. I'll see if I can fix the VOD on Twitch, but the one on YouTube will definitely have all of the speakings. What else? What do we have to say? Next episode is the final episode, September 29th, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Mountain. So come and hang out.
Tell your friends. Get those giveaways.
Yeah, it's the big giveaway one. We are giving away a copy of The Darkest House, as well as 1 month pro membership to Roll20.
Woohoo!
$25 gift card to Monte Cook Games, and like a whole bunch of $10 gift cards to Modiphius. I think we have 4 left. So
Let's go.
it's gonna be good.
Awesome.
So I mean, Steve and Justin, you should definitely come back and
Oh, I'm
watch.
definitely
Yeah, I want to
back.
win.
Yeah.
I have yet to win anything when I'm an observer, so I'm playing for keeps next week.
Good luck to
great.
you. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful night.
Take care, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Mm.